Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today is Thursday, and I will do podcast with my friends. So let's call Umay.
Okay.
So today podcast is about how to make startup, like you guys can see in here. So let me introduce myself first. My name is Trisan Qnandra, and I am from Irbit, and I will be the MC for this podcast.
Let me explain myself. So my name is Umar Okusti, and I am going to be the speaker for today's podcast about startup.
So yeah, let's just go for the first question that I want to give to my. So the first question is, what is startup about?
Okay. So this is an interesting question about like, what is startup. Well, we can define startup by a lot of things. Like maybe you usually say like a company. Well, startup like company, it's actually like a new company. Maybe like it started 1 year or 2 years ago. There is a lot of example like maybe Airbnb or even maybe Gojek or a lot other stuff. And that is a startup. And actually, people put it on generative and other. So people said our company is actually startup, and another people said startup is like a company that just started like 1 or 2 years ago. So yeah, that's what I did try to. It's just like maybe there's number there. I think.
Okay. So next for the second question. So you said that startup is like a new company that just start for 1 or 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So the startup actually can become a first business for people that want to make some business.
Oh yeah. Of course. So startup, it's a start of like a company, and of course a lot of people want to start their own company. Well, start. You can say like every time people just started a new company, maybe an IT company or just like rent company. Yeah, you can say that is a startup. Like maybe people do want to start their own company by maybe after they work a lot for a few years and then they are tired on like what do they want and they want to start a company. It can be called a startup because it's just a new company.
So next question is that when we want to make startup, if already like 2 or 1 years ago, how to make it our company like go to the what the name go to the top, like become a famous company that that people know.
Okay, that is actually an interesting question because there's actually a lot of ways, a lot of different company using it different ways. Like maybe example, let's just talk about the Apple company. Well, at the start of the Apple company, it just started like just little and just started on their like on his garage. Well, his boss really supported him and all, but like a lot of other his family didn't support him because like, why do you spend money on like making like stupid computer or just that? But he never give up and just keep trying on making a better company. Like after being trying and trying, he have more, like he get more employee and a lot of stuff, and he find his ways to become a famous company. Well, his things like detailing on the detail and a lot other stuff, like maybe on the quality of the Apple. Like if you know Apple, there is like iPad, iWatch, i there's a lot of I thing, and it's really interesting to for people to understand. That's the reason why Apple became famous, because it focused on the quality and the detail. Well, I have like another example. It's from a company called Alibaba. Yeah, it is a shopping company, like if you know eBay, Tokopedia, or Shopee. Yeah, it's one of the one that is the famous one. So like it's from it's the owner have really hard life. Trying to make the company. He's like maybe on the start he lived hard, poor, but he never give up. And then after that, one day he started selling books on his garage as well. And yeah, it becomes successful by maybe people order day. I want to buy 5 book of literally maybe, and then go okay then, and then that guy maybe send it to their house, and it become famous because people want to buy something without going out from his house, and it's just really amazing, a really good idea. So it become famous, and he started his website, and he started his do, website domain,
Yeah.
and then after that, um, it just become popular everywhere, and people are buying stuff online because it's much easier and much better.
Here's the next question. Did, uh, do you want to make your own company or not?
Well, it's actually a hard question. I've been thinking for this few years, and even though I'm still in junior high school, I really want to start a company, but I'm still confused how to, like, what company should I choose, like a lot of other stuff that I have to count as well, and of course the money to start this company, it's gonna be really hard.
So, next questions. Uh, if what the minus if we just start the company?
Okay, so, well, at the start of the company, people said that starting is one of the hardest step of all of the step, because at the start maybe you'll think like, this is so hard, if I'm going to do this for a few years it's gonna be so hard, but it's actually, yeah, it's actually hard, but maybe on the start of the company you can just use this. I found this video called the 2-minute rule. So like every time you have to do, maybe on the company you have to do, maybe making this website, you try 2 minutes of doing something, maybe like, oh, I have to take the stuff from maybe my neighbor, and it's only going to take 2 minutes where we have to take it, or if it's going to take maybe an hour or 2 hours, so maybe we have to spend 2 minutes to start, and if it's good we can just continue, but if it's boring and yeah, it's not worth it, so you can stop and do other stuff. But on the start of the company, maybe you could start on something called self-branding. So like maybe you are going to, maybe you want to start like a designing company. Well, maybe you can start on sharing your design for free. Maybe like I want to maybe UX, like you send your design for free, so people can see, oh, this design is good. Who made this? Oh, this guy. Later, people will just see your design and it feels good. And one day, after maybe a year or maybe a few months, you can just start selling your UI or your website or your design, and people will already know that your design is great and your UI is good. And after that, you can continue on selling, and it maybe becomes successful.
Okay. So next, did ads very effective for company?
Okay, ads. Well, there's a lot of ways to like tell your company about, and ads is one of the ways. Well, ads is actually really effective, and but maybe the minus is just it costs you money and a lot of effort. But I could say that ad is really worth the cost, because if you share your ads maybe to YouTube or Instagram or a lot other places that people can see, people can be interested on your stuff, and from that ad you can like people can know that your design is good, that your company is about, and a lot other stuff.
So ads needs yeah, money, right?
Yeah.
To do the ads. So is it that is the free way to make your company become famous, but without ads, like browser or anything?
Okay. There is actually a few ways. The first one, like before I said, self-branding, and there is actually like maybe you could sell from your friends, or and then your friends tell to their other friends and friends until almost everyone knows about your company and your other stuff. Or you can just like free ways to like put ads is maybe you tell about your company using YouTube video. There's like now it's really popular on like sharing you about your company using funny shorts and like TikTok or maybe Instagram, and people see your reels, but and then they will be interested. Oh, so this is a really cool company. Well, I really am got interested on this company, and it's actually really effective. I get like people do that, and it becomes success.
So I want to ask you for your opinion. What is the good one, using selling in online or like face to face?
Okay, actually, both have good and bad things. We will start on the online first. Well, if we sell online, we don't need to maybe make a store, or we don't need to like have big stocks and like have so many employees. But if you sell online, but people cannot like understand your stuff you fully. So maybe you are selling a book, but people cannot know like, oh, what is this book about. It cannot feel the stuff, but it's actually really money efficient and it's good. And if we sell face to face or offline, well, the first one we have to make a store or like a building for controlling your company. But the good thing of making it face to face, people will trust you more. Like maybe people can know like, oh, this person is actually good at selling. This person is actually selling good stuff, because I can understand from his ways of talking and his stuff, because I can know like how is the stuff looks like on 3D.
So the bad things for online is like you can get scammed. Is it that?
Yeah, you can. That's
So I think that's all for our podcast about how to make a startup. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. And yeah, my name is Umair, and my name is Trisan, sorry. And this is my friend Umair.
Thank you
So
so much.
that's it. As we say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.